Okay, so once again, good morning, children. Offline, online. We are back to work. Today, as I told you that I will be explaining you another poem, Wind. Wind, why? Because poems are little tricky. So it is impossible to explain you everything. I know some of you have not attended online class. Some of you are not coming even for offline classes. So it is really difficult. But MCQs and question answers, if you will not listen carefully, the explanation of poems or any chapter, you will not be able to write your answers. Okay, children? So it is very important that since we are getting opportunity, so those who are coming for offline classes and those who are sitting, because only 50% children will come. So those who are sitting there, please listen carefully. These online classes, it is providing you opportunity so that even at your place, you will not feel that you have nothing to do. So no one will sit idle, okay? I'm now going to share the screen because I know that you all are having a book. So sit with your book and whichever line, whichever thing will create problem, you will ask me, fine? But there should be no chaos. Very nicely, if you want to ask something, you will raise your hands. Similarly, those who will work here in the online classes, if you want to ask, you will raise your hand first and then you will unmute yourself and then you will ask. Okay? Okay, children? So today I will be explaining you poem Wind. Now, when we talk about wind, what comes to your mind? I'm not asking the literal meaning. Wind is what? Symbolism of what? Wind symbolizes what? Anyone? Wind is symbol of
air,
energy and power, enthusiasm, zeal, jest. You children, don't you think you are also having a lot of power? Do you feel? Say, how is the Josh? How is the Josh? Then, why you are so quiet, looking like lazy? You are in a habit of sitting at your places and sleeping on your couch and bed and then attending classes. So sit, even children who are at their places, sit nicely because that is the only way to listen attentively. So wind is symbol of life, air, because without air, we cannot even imagine a single moment. Can you imagine? Not even seconds. Without water, you can survive for days. Without food, for more days. But without wind, no. So wind is also saver, lifesaver. It gives you life. Simultaneously, wind is symbolism of power, energy, enthusiasm, as you all are having, Josh. So wind. Now here you will see that through this sweet poem, which was actually written in Tamil, but later on it was translated. So through this poem, that's why you cannot see any rhyme scheme in the poem. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. Why? Because it's a translation version. Originally written in Tamil. Tamil we don't know, so this poem has a lot of potential. The poet wanted to tell you, explain you that how you can channelize your energy, your power. Okay, because you are full of power, you are full of energy. So that the poet wants to explain you that you have to channelize your energy, because lot of power, what you are doing, what our new generation sometimes they do, they waste their power. As wind is also devastating, wind is also wasting its power. How? Can you tell me how wind is wasting its power? Kaise? By creating something. How? You don't know. How wind is misusing its energy? No one knows. Children, can you tell me? Online, offline? Anyone? No. So pathetic. Online children, can you tell me how wind is misusing its power?
Ma'am, by destroying the things.
Yes, very good. Yeah,
causing a lot of destruction.
yes. And what about you, children?
Ma'am, causing lot of natural disasters.
Very good, very good. So this is the answer. You don't know? Aryan? You don't know the answer? Abhay? How wind is creating destruction? You don't know? But you don't want to see. Why? Because you are wearing the mask. Okay. They have one reason. Those who have come for offline classes, they are saying they will not speak since they are wearing masks. Wow. Okay, so basically, wind is also creator as well as destroyer. Now, this poem is written in the form of communication. First of all, you will see that how the poet will communicate with wind. And thereafter, he will communicate with you, me, readers. Okay? So this, and it has a great message. Message you all know because you have already read this poem. But once again, I would like to repeat it that the message this poem is carrying is that wind has a lot of power and wind has been compared to the powerful people of the world. That how, what do? That they also misuse and exploit weak people as well. They help strong people. So that's why the key message of this poem is that if you want to compete in this world, if you want to, Akash Raj, 9J, any problem? Akash Raj, why your camera is on? Akash. So this is the very strong message here that the poet simply want to tell you that see, this world is full of strong people, powerful people, and crook people, negative people also. No. So if you will allow them, they will start misusing you. They will misuse you, your power, your potential. So don't show your weakness to anyone. Show your strength. And you know what is the irony? If you will show your strength, same people will start following your footsteps. Hannah? When you will show your presence, yes, I am so and so. I'm a powerful man, physically strong. Physical से भी लोग करते हैं ना, yes, see the muscle. Then also, अब अभय से तो लोग डर ही जाएंगे, आर्यन से नहीं डरेंगे, because Abhay looks strong. But Aryan can beat Abhay. How? Brain power. So either you are having intelligence or you are having a physical muscle power, muscular power, doesn't matter. The most important thing is resolution. You have to be resolute. You have to take this decision that you will not allow anyone to defeat you. You will accept the challenge of life, physically, mentally, and academically also. Nowadays, academics, why? Studies are very important. We belong to middle class family. And what is the strongest weapon we all are having? The power of education. Yes, power of education. You can defeat people. How? By showing your intelligence, by getting a nice job, a post. No, so education you cannot refuse. So this he has talked about it. Now let us look at the line. The poem begins with a request. See the first 4 lines. First of all, poet is very sweet, very soft. When you make request, what do you say? You are actually very sweet at that time. Am I audible, children? Raise your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
First four lines. Look at the first four lines where he is making a request to what? To wind. And see, what is he saying? Wind, come softly. Look at the lines. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. So our poet is making a request, a humble request. Hey, listen, Wind, I don't want to be in any argument. I want you to come softly to my place. How? When you are entering, I know my house I have nicely built, but still your force can break the shutters of windows. But please don't do this. What is going on? Pleading, request, don't do this. Please, I request you. Okay? And don't scatter the papers. Obviously, the poet is a writer, so his room is filled with books and papers and all sorts of things. So a lot of papers are there on his table. And what happened? If the wind will start blowing very strongly, it will scatter the papers here and there. Yeah, room pura chaotic ho jayega. He will create a ruckus in the room. So he says, oh, don't scatter the papers. Don't do this. Then don't throw down the books on the shelf. Don't throw anything, books here and there. Please don't do this. But do you think wind listens to his pleadings? Do you think?
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
No. So sometimes wind is also like you. Like you. I'm not saying that you don't listen. You all are very nice, but sometimes you also don't listen to your teachers, to your parents. Am I right? Yeah, that's
What?
a little bit naughtiness is there in your behavior. So wind also did not listen. The poet is making a request and wind is not listening. So what is happening? What is happening? Poet saw that wind entered into his room and he created a chaos. So he says, there, look what you did. You threw them all down. And the same request changes into what? Accusation. Blame. Now the poet started accusing him. Look at that. See what you have done. I made a request, but you did not listen to me. Nahi suna tumne. And see what you have done. You threw all the books down. Sab gira diya. You tore the pages of books. Not only you created a chaos in the room, you scattered the paper, but you also tore the pages of the books. Why? Why did you do that? What was the purpose? I know you are strong, you have a lot of power, but instead of misusing, misuse of power. If you are powerful, then why you are misusing it? You can use it. No, don't you think? That wind, how can wind use its power? Windmill dekha hai. It is earlier in the previous time, now we have different type of technology. But previously, windmills are helpful for generating electricity. Yeah, windmill.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
wind can be used for many things. Wind is such a powerful resource that we can. So, जो dams जो बनते हैं, water areas, water bodies में, why we make dams? Because
To stop the
Because
flow
we
of
wanted to
water.
generate electricity from the dam.
so we are using the natural resources. We are using water, making dams, generating electricity. Similarly, another natural resources free of cost. Do you have to pay wind के लिए पैसा? हाँ, देना पड़ा था during Corona. याद है? Oxygen cylinder was so precious. Free oxygen we are getting from God, but we are hardly noticing it. But during pandemic, did you see that news pieces when we have to pay thousands of bucks for what? for one oxygen cylinder. So even wind has become precious at that time. Wind is oxygen, carbon, whatever. So God has given you natural resources, but we are misusing it. They are also misusing its power. So it is important for human beings to channelize. Because why? Why there is so much natural calamities? Can you tell me? Due to deforestation. Why? What we are doing? We are harming nature. That's why sometimes you will see that there is an
We are disturbing the natural resources,
yes.
polluted air and water.
Yes, Anjali, you are right. We are disturbing the natural resources. That's why sometimes we are facing heavy rain. We are facing landslides. We are facing, excessive cold, excessive.
Rainfall, which damage the white marble.
Yes, very good. So we humans are responsible. But if we would have utilized and nicely used it, moderately used it, if we would have not chopped the trees. One more poem I'm going to explain you. Second term on killing a tree. If we would have not done that, then you know what a wonderful thing would have happened with the country. Not only I'm talking about the one area, entire world, because we are one globe and we have to think about it. Only India cannot think about these problems. Each and every country has to join their hands in order to bring, in order to improve the climatic condition of the entire earth. Okay, so because our earth is ailing, and who has done that? We human, our greed, our excessive need, overpopulation, even pollution. It has destroyed the entire natural flora and fauna. So he says, see, that wind did not listen to you. And then he compares wind to what? To strong people, powerful people who are power, but they are not utilizing it. And so he says, see what you have done. And the blame game starts. Blame karna shuru kar diya hai. That you tore the pages of the book, you threw them all down. And you brought rain again. Rain is good. Rain means water. Water is elixir of life. Without water, can you ever imagine? Single day without wind, not single hour. Without water, not 24. And not only it is important for our drinking, for the life process of every living creature. No, water is so important. But the same water, when it is converted into heavy rainfall, flood, deluge, then what happens? It destroys everything. So everything we need from nature is in moderation. Power is important, but excessive power is, it will just, spoil your brain and mind. Excess everything is bad. So the poet is saying here, see what you have done. You brought rain again, and this rain will create destruction. It will create destruction. So why are you not doing it in moderation? And then he is also saying, you're very clever. Clever is what? But it's chalak. Have you ever seen anyone praising someone and saying, you're very clever? What do we say? You're very intelligent. है ना? Clever always had a negative impact. क्योंकि जब किसी को चालाक बोलना है, then we use clever. And clever means we are actually very softly snubbing someone. Ironical statement we are passing. Oh, you are very clever. Means I'm not praising you. I'm actually accusing you. But if I say you are very intelligent, that means I'm praising you. So tone, voice modulation. Yaad hai Ishwaran, the storyteller? He used to tell his stories how? With the voice modulation. एक ही last sentence को different types से अगर बोलो तो see the meaning changes. है ना बच्चों? If I say you are very intelligent,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm praising you. Oh, you are very clever. What does it mean? Bada chalak hai. Something fishy, something ring. So that's the thing. So here, our poet is also accusing, and it's an ironical statement. Oh, you are very clever at poking. Poking, you know, poking fun at weaklings, making fun of weaklings. You are not supposed to make fun of weaklings. What you are supposed to do? Help them. If you have better power, better privilege, then what you should do? You should help these people. Instead of making fun of that people, you should help them. Clear? And that's why he's saying you're very clever at poking fun at weaklings, those who are weak people. And then he comes to this. What you are doing? Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. And while saying all these things, the poet becomes little sad. Oh, little somber. He's saying, you see what you are doing? You are making everything weak and you are crushing. Crumbling means crushing, destroying everything. And what are those things? What are the things? First of all, you are crumbling houses. You are destroying houses. Yes, you are destroying doors. You are destroying rafters, roof. No, you are destroying woods, different jungles. देखियो ना, बहुत ज़्यादा storm, heavy storm आएगा, wind will start going. It will destroy the entire jungle. Crumbling bodies which is including human body, animals body. So you are crumbling, you are killing them as well. And crumbling life, all the living creature, flora, fauna, human, whoever it is. Even the huge trees are destroyed if the wind started blowing very hard. No. And then he says, crumbling hearts. And when you are creating these destructions, what happens? You are actually breaking our hearts. Dil bhi tod dete ho. So here, the accusation turns into something very dismal, gloomy, sad, somber. उदास हो जाना है. See what you are doing. Don't do this. And then he comes to this line, which is very important. Look at this line, children. The wind god. God has been compared to what? Wind god. Why God? God has the power. Wind, even in Hindu mythology, God has been considered. Wind has been considered as God. Wind की भी पूजा करते वायु देवता. Greek mythology. In fact, all other religion also, they also had a lot of respect for nature because nature is God. Nature is providing us all the means, food, from where we get food, nature, from where you are getting these clothing, nature, everything. You are sitting on the desk, bench, these, everything has God has given you, nature has given you, rock, cement, सब कहाँ से मिला है? All the natural resources. So God has given us, this mother nature has given us, earth has provided us. We cannot imagine our survival without the help of this mother earth. Okay, so everyone, they all respect God. And God, wind God is also important, but God, wind God. So here see, what is he saying? Have you been winnowing? Winnowing is separating the skin
Of grains from the husk.
Yes, very good. So separating the grains from its chaff. Okay, means the skin of the grain is separated. Now, what do you see when the winnowing is going on? You would have seen it happens in the villages. Nowadays, we have a lot of machinery, but in previous time it was happening. So how they were separating? The wheat skin was being separated from the strong grain. No, so that's why the poet wants to convey this message to one and all that as God wind is winnowing. During winnowing, it is separating the weak skin from strong grains. Similarly, when all these hardships, these problems are coming, God is also separating weak people from strong people. And whom God will choose? Strong people. Weak will die, they will be crushed, they will meet their doom, but the entire world will be conquered by strong people. So you are wind, you are God, you are a godly king. You are providing us grains also, because after this winnowing, we are able to use that grain and use it as a food part of the world. But one symbolism is here, that as wind is separating the skin of the soft skin from the hard grain, similarly, wind is separating weak people from strong people. Okay, so that is happening. Now, children, look at the important words, because rest of the poem will be continued tomorrow, next class. Now, note down all the important words. Scatter. Write down. Note down the important words. You children sitting at your places, I know you know all the meanings, but I would like you to write down. Scatter. All know the scatter. What is the meaning of scatter?
तिर होना.
Yes.
Fell.
Yes. Poking.
To spread.
Making.
Yes. Poking. Weaklings. Next word is weaklings. Frail. Frail. And the next last word is, okay, no, crumbling. Frail. Crumbling. Yes.
मैम डिस्ट्रक्शन बर्बाद कर देना.
Yes, yes. Write the meaning in English. You will find out words. You will
Destruction.
start using dictionary again. See the spelling, see its meaning, see whether the word is noun, verb, adjective. Okay? And then pronunciation. Next word is rafters.
Roof.
Yes.
House of the roof.
Sloping beams supporting a roof. And then we have winnows. Winnows.
Separating grain from the.
Yes, blow grain free from
Chaff.
of chaff, separate grain from husk by blowing it. So now these are the words. You all will write down its meaning. You will see how it can be used. Okay, children? Okay, so that's all for the day, my dear children. Thanks for joining the class. Tomorrow again. I think
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
the link will be sent to you. If you will receive the link, you will join the class. We will continue the poem. Fine?